Okay, there we go. Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm your host 2005 Guy Pro 2. Okay, so today we're going to have a little look at how we do a level up on our Steam profile and how we can get random games with substantial discounts on them. Let's put it that way. So if we bring over my Steam page, if we get out of this piece and go to my profile, we can have a little look at the current level. So my current level is 184. So we're going to quickly go through how we do that too. As you can see, we've got roughly about £10.25 to play with in sec, which we'll definitely be doing very shortly as well. Albeit there may be a couple breaks here and there in the video because of the way Steam has modified certain things so that when you make a purchase, all your personal details are out there for the world to see if you're recording. So there may be a couple of times where I'm going to have to, let's say, pause the video or just slide the Steam page to the other side of the screen, and then we can continue again. Okay, so that said, if we have a quick look at what we've got over here, normally on your Steam profile, you'll only have one or two options to upgrade your profile. So if we went into edit profile, it'd probably come up again with the bits that I can't actually show you guys because my own personal details are in there as well. Now, I don't mind you guys seeing my first name, which is Michael. I don't mind you guys seeing that I live in Suffolk and that I'm in the UK. This little piece of my my profile, that's actually a piece of my CV references and stuff like that for job hunting, stuff like that. But it's pretty much true actually, and the big heart one I've actually had from somebody that's on my friends list. It's of course all my friends list is also people that have got YouTube channels. We play on occasion with each other. Then there's people that have seen various bits on my YouTube channel or have seen the games that I play and asked if I wouldn't mind being friends with them. And then out of the blue, I would just gift them a game and they'd go, wow, wasn't expecting that. I'm sorry, but I can't afford to give you a game as well in return. And I went, no, you don't have to do that. I do this all the time. You don't have many games on your account. Here's a game. Unfortunately, I can't really. I have to curb myself doing that at the moment. Even though, as you saw there, I gifted about 13 games or 13 of the same title to 13 people. I have to curb myself at the moment for that because I don't actually have a job. I'm currently on unemployment, which is only a third of minimum wage, and that's if you do a job that's minimum wage at 40 plus hours, then it's a third of it. But yes, that all said, going back to the profile bits, normally you'd have maybe two or three windows where you could edit bits where it says here edit or change showcase. So you've got a whole list of about 15, 20 items that you can list, something like that. I've got all that we can actually list. I've actually got on my profile already at the moment. But because my level is so high and it keeps growing as well because of badges, and the other things on how to get the discounts, which I'll be showing you very shortly, is because damn it, I've lost my train of thought. It's because the levels, we're only limited to everything that's currently on my profile. It would be nice if Steam added a couple options of doubling that, so we could do multiples of the same thing. Unfortunately, that's not a thing. I don't know why they would not give us that option. Maybe it just makes it too full on the page. It could be something like that. It could be just a limit on how much you could actually get in there physically. But then again, if we have a look at my profile here, it's quite big. Granted, it does have a slider on that bit. So it's got basically a standard window size, and this is apparently the maximum of that window size. So if we scroll down, we've got the option for groups, we've got the option for game collector, so how many games you've got, DLCs, reviews you've done, how many games you've got on your wish list. I've got 524 games on my wish list. Granted, a couple of those games are freebie games, just games that I would like to play at some point, but just haven't had the time for it. There's also usually quite a lot of DLCs in that wish list as well. And a lot of games, what I tend to do with the games is I put a lot of good-looking games on my wish list. Then eventually, other people will have played them, and then all of a sudden I see a negative review on it, and I'm going, "Hey, mate, this game looks good. Why is it negative?" So go through it, find out that there's either microtransactions, which really didn't stop me with one of the other games, or they didn't like the gameplay, stuff like that. And I go into it, and then when it's got a nice reasonable discount on it, then I'll get it, play it, and it's I don't know what they were complaining about because it's not that bad. Okay, it might be a little bit here and a little bit there, but the rest is pretty solid. So I'll still try and play them and see what they're like. I won't usually leave the review. It's only recently that I've actually been bombing out a couple of reviews here and there, which you'll see on my page very shortly as well. So we've got my favourite game is currently Space Engineers because you can build pretty much anything. You've got options to the modded workshop the Steam workshop where a lot of people, I really like these guys and girls. They make a lot of modifications for the game. They put it on the workshop. They work. There's an update. They break, and then they update that mod, and then it works again. Or if they can't do any more updates on that mod, they'll give it to somebody else to allow that person to update it, and then everyone else can still use that mod. I really like the people on the Steam workshop, especially for Space Engineers, because it's such a nice community in there. So definitely like that. I'm also trying to build up my achievements for Space Engineers, but because I'm not really big into multiplayer, there are a couple I just can't do in single player. Then we've got my one of my current projects, which is the Babylon 5 station in survival mode. So I'm currently building the actual station, preferably without mods, although I might have to add one rotary mod at some point to it, but I'd rather not have the mods in there at all. So it's going to be one of those things. Do I want to have the tube from the space station rotating, or do I want it stationary? Ideally, I'd like to have it rotating, but I don't think the rotors can spin something that massive. Granted, I can't make it 5 miles, maybe 5 kilometers, but not 5 miles. So my my drawings are scaled down to 5 kilometers instead of 5 miles. And then we've got a couple of more of the bits that I've put on the workshop. Quite a lot of them are out of date. These ones definitely don't have CPU limits in them at the moment. I've put something for, well, a couple things up for RimWorld. This is an earlier version of the, it's not a solar array, but I'm using a M.A.S.S solar array. It's in the series, it's something to do with heat, to get rid of heat. And this POI, or this tower that I've been making from anno in medieval, in what's it called? Galactic Civilizations, Empyrion. That's very, very far out of date now. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to finish that one the way that they've done a couple of things. Then we've got my current, or my latest review, and that's basically on Star's End. Here we've got another picture, basically the screenshot showcase. We've got the picture of the Babylon 5 station and how far I've been able to get with it, or at least a piece of it. This is an earlier attempt at the Babylon 5 station. Unfortunately, I lost the save file because the hard drive became corrupted, so I was never able to finish that one, which is a shame. Then we've got another, this one's I think called the Art Showcase, and then basically I've added a picture of the 2005 Guybrush 2 channel, a couple of the guitars I've got, and only a couple. I've got so many guitars now, but yeah, I've also got a violin that I have no idea how to play it. We've got 2 different versions of achievement showcases, and yet for some reason it's come up as the same thing. So I don't know how that happened, but that's a thing too. Then we've got the badge collector, which basically showcases all the rare badges that we've been able to accumulate over the last couple of years. Item showcase, I've basically put in the rare sales. So we've got the lunar year, we've got the winter sale in 2019, and we've got the lunar year 2020. Then we've got items that are up for trade. So basically I've got lots of gifts that can be given to other people. And also if you're collecting the trading cards for Space Engineers, I've got a booster pack for if anyone wants it. Because I've already got all the cards for Space Engineers, and plus one I think. And then we've got something that came up during 2018. Unfortunately, I caught this one too late, so I only got the first out of 5 levels. So it wasn't really very much in it. And then we've got favorite guide. I found this one quite handy, so I just added it to it as well. And then we've got the recent activity, which is Space Engineers, Dark Hollow, which I've just put 2 videos onto YouTube for, and Vortex, the Gateway, which I did a video for yesterday. Okay, and that's basically the profile. So this is all the different items that you can add to your profile when you level up your Steam profile. The review showcase can be basically any review that you've done. This bit up here can be absolutely anything. But what I've done was I've taken bits off my profile and then, well, off the bit here, this bit here, and stuck it down here. And then I've added the bit about the YouTube channels. Say channels because I'm still working on getting this one up and running, but it's taking a lot longer than I initially planned. And then we've got my PC specs down there. So I basically built up all my computers from scratch. Okay, so let's get on to the bit that you guys are probably actually wondering about most, which would be the how to get discounts on various random games, and substantial discounts to say the least. So if we go to badges, we have here uh, ways to craft our badges. So if you see here, we've got all the cards needed to craft a badge. Each badge, it basically gives it 100 points difference and basically goes upwards. So the first badge is worth 1,000 XP, the second badge is worth 200 XP, third badge 300 XP, and so on up until the fifth one, which is 500, and that's maximum. So if you look here, my level is currently 184. I've currently got 180,139 XP. So I just need another 361 XP to reach the next level. I try to level up at 5 levels each time because if you do 5 levels each time, it gives you the option to get another add-on for your Steam profile. Granted, we've got everything unlocked on the Steam profile, so those spaces just build up until Steam does something that we can actually add more to it. And I wish they would do it. It would be nice if they could actually double up some, but we don't get that option. The other way to get this XP to level up is if we go back to profiles and we look at the bit up here where it says community leader, click on that one. When you initially set up a Steam profile, you've got an option to do various tasks in Steam. So you've got buy a game, sell, trade a game, or trade a icon, help somebody in the community, leave a review, and stuff like that. Unfortunately, it's not giving us an option to actually see what they were. It would be nice if it did, but unfortunately, I'm not getting that option. But if you do all those, you get up to 500 XP, so you can level up your profile that way as well. Let's go back to badges and go through this bit. So as you can see, I've got a couple collections waiting to be converted into badges. As you can see, I've got this whole set, and it actually says 2 still remaining. That's because I bought these cards. I didn't trade them with other people because I'm not really comfortable with the whole trading thing. Well, I just couldn't wait to get those badges going. So when those cards do drop, I've also got the option to sell those cards. So when it comes to the card trading system, you've got the option of either selling the card, collecting the card, or trading the card. So if there's a different card for a different game that you want, you've got the option to trade it with other people. For example, if we go into the one that has not got all of them listed there. So if we go to Banned Man, haven't got a badge for it yet. I'm still waiting for one card to drop. So you've got the option to trade it with somebody else or search the market and buy it. Of course, if you want to buy it really quickly and all, make sure that they're all 5 at the same, all the way through to get all 5 upgrade badges at the same time. There's an option to hit that one. I can't do it at the moment because if I do, it will show all of my personal information. I can't do that. So I wish Steam hadn't done that, because if they hadn't done that, I could show you guys a quick way of getting a lot of these cards. But that said, if we go back to badges, and if we go on to, let's say, craft the world, we've got the option to craft each badge at a time. So you've got the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, but we're going to just hit all 5 at the same time. And it's going to go through this whirlwind, and as you can see, we've got a pop-up saying we've got a new item in our inventory. This has gone up to 15 items. So we've got a couple of backgrounds, a couple of emotions, and then we've also got discounts on games. So we've got a 50% discount on Shining Plum 2. We've got 66% off Contract with the Devil. We've got 66% off Cash Out. We've got 33% off on Cards of something or other. We've got 66% off Do You Know The Way? The Way. Okay, I'm not sure why it's The Way, but we've also got an upgrade slot to our Steam profile because we've got a level 5 bonus. Now, as I said earlier, I can't really use that level 5, the additional slot at the moment. Although actually it says it's the friend slot, so I can add another 5 people to my friends list. But you've also got the optional when you do it. I think it must be the 10s. So if you've got 10 levels each time, you can get a level upgrade to your Steam profile. So you can add one additional thing. So let's go to inventory, where we should have a couple already still waiting to be checked out. So as you can see, I've got a 90% off on a Mr. Dubstep, a streamy, probably hentai, a 90% off on Pixel Shooter, 33% off on Anime World War II, the 50% off on Mega Buster Anonymous something or other, 50 on Shining, and then the ones that we had earlier. So let's start with the first one, Mr. Dubstep. Let's see what kind of game it is. And then we can also go through how we can increase our option to get these discounts a lot quicker as well. So if we go on to Mr. Dubstep, go to View Application Games. Okay, so the game is currently $10.99, so it'll be roughly about £2-ish if I were to buy it. So let's see what kind of game it is. Apparently some of these in my list have already got it. Will it auto start or is it? Yep. Okay, luckily enough that's a non-copyrighted music track, so that's all right. I think it's one by Torabu, I think. Not 100% sure, but I think it is. From non-copyrighted music somewhere on YouTube. So that's looks like it's a audio-ish game. Various obstacles. Okay, so it's probably not really something that I would play normally, even though it's got positive reviews, stuff like that. The other reason why I probably wouldn't buy it is because it doesn't have the card system. If it had a card system and it was 90% off of £11, I'd probably buy it straight away, just like that. But unfortunately, because it doesn't have the Steam card bit, and it's definitely not a game that I would normally play, I'm going to give this one a miss for the moment. So there's 2 ways to go back. You can either just keep hitting the back button, or you can go into this one, go straight into inventory. So let's see if that's what I think it is. Yeah, that's hentai. I'm not going to go into that one at the moment on camera. Just to see if it's got the trading cards in it. It's only £2.09, so it's not that bad, regardless of what the discount was. So let's see what kind of discount it was on that one. 33%. So it's not a bank breaker. If it's got the trading card bit, I'd probably get it just because of the whole trading card bit, because trading card bit allows you to level up your Steam profile, and it gives you the option to get a couple additional slightly cheaper games. If you're into the whole trading thing, that is, unless you want to buy the cards. Okay, so the other option, we've got 90% off a game called Pixel Shooter. Let's have a little look at that one. Okay, so with a couple of the, what you've also got the slight danger of when you do this, and you've got the vouchers, you can also be looking at double same voucher. You can be looking at games that are currently in your Steam profile, or like this one, games that you've got set to being ignored. So the ignored ones basically come up grayed out with this little symbol. It says it's basically ignored. Let's see why it's ignored apart from the £8 price tag. Okay, so it's a very simple game, mostly negative. Price tag is £8, and there's no cards. So that will be why I put ignore on this one. It's not something that strikes me as a game that's valued at £8. Something like this may be £5 at the very most, but even then £5 is pushing it for something like this. So let's go back to okay. So let's see what else we've got. We've got 33% of Anime World War II. Let's see what kind of game that one is. So it's £1.99, so that's not a bank breaker. And okay, let's mute that just in case. So it looks like it's an anime character. Let's actually hit the mute. Is killing the Nazis. Okay. So you've got nudity and sexual content. So not something I can actually put on the channel. So let's have a little look down here. Somebody's already got it. Who's got it? This. Okay, so single player, it's got Steam achievements and it's got cards. It's only valued at £1.99, so that's definitely something that we'll add. Now, the question is, if I hit add, will it come up with my details? Let's just move this over here temporarily. No, it doesn't. Good. Okay, because last time when I checked a game, I clicked on a game and it came up with my details down here, and I was not particularly happy with that. So we get 66 pence off. We only pay £1.33, and because we've got over a tenner still in the wallet, that's fine. I don't mind doing that. Okay, so what else was actually in there? So we've also got a bundle option in there. Let's have a little look at that bundle. So there's a couple games which are only 79 pence each, and it's got a couple of DLCs, which are packs, and it gives you 50% off. Might actually add those additional games. If they've all got the train card bits, I'll definitely be adding them. Even though we've got one over here which I've got ignored at the moment. But yeah, it's basically the quickest way to get a lot more of these cards. And even if it's games that I probably won't play, could have them running for a little bit and then build up the cards and then have the option to sell them as well. So there is that option. So what I'll do is I'll leave it here for the moment, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed the little explanation on how to get various games quite a bit cheaper. and with quite a bit of discount on them. And hope to see you guys in one of the upcoming episodes. So if you've liked the video, please leave a like. If you didn't, please let me know why. Also, if you're not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button to help the channel grow. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.